Regarding the presidential address, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I first want to appreciate the President for ensuring that he saw to it that his duty, constitutional duty, to address this House, Honorable Speaker, on matters of the state of the nation, that he fulfilled, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I want to say that as I make a comment on this particular issue, Honorable Speaker, which majorly, Honorable Speaker, is speaking to the economy of this country, I want to say that I lack what many people call a lived experience, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, in 2002, when we were talking about the GDP of this country at 0.6%, Honorable Speaker, I was a class 1 kid. And Honorable Speaker, in 2013, when we are talking about the GDP of this country, again, Honorable Speaker, when it was doing better after the era of Kibaki, I was a very timid first-year student in the university, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, in 2017, when I had just opened my eyes and I was a member of the County Assembly, Honorable Speaker, the GDP of this nation, Honorable Speaker, was 4.9%. And Honorable Speaker, in 2022, when we were campaigning, the GDP of this country, Honorable Speaker, was 4.8%. And in 2023, Honorable Speaker, which is this year, the year that the President made his presidential address, the GDP was 5.5%, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, when I hear people say, as a member say, Honorable Speaker, that there has been no progress made so far, I wonder if I'm the only person who sees these things, Honorable Speaker. And Honorable Speaker, with my lack of lived experience, Honorable Speaker, I ably compensate it with reading, listening, and asking, Honorable Speaker. In the statistics of this country, Honorable Speaker, show that we are doing better than we were doing in 2022, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, when some Kenyans went to the streets early this year, Honorable Speaker, they went to the streets with sufurias, Honorable Speaker, meaning that the complaint that most of them had was about the price and the cost of food. Honorable Speaker, when the President made his address, Honorable Speaker, he spoke about the cost of food, and I can confirm, Honorable Speaker, in my village where I come from, Honorable Speaker, Kapseriton village in Mosop constituency, Honorable Speaker, we are asking farmers who harvested serious amounts of maize to stop selling their maize at 2,500 shillings a bag, Honorable Speaker. We are asking them to actually sell it to the government where it is offering a better price of 4,000 a bag. Honorable Speaker, that tells you the problem of the cost of living, the cost of unga that some Kenyans took the street with the sufurias, Honorable Speaker, has been sorted ably by the President, who made deliberate decisions, Honorable Speaker, to lower the cost of production of this particular maize, Honorable Speaker. And to say that there has been no change, Honorable Speaker, is not honest, Honorable Speaker. We have had change. We are not yet where we are going, but we still have 4 years, Honorable Speaker, to get there. Honorable Speaker, to speak to the second issue, you know, Honorable Speaker, naturally, human beings see the negative things, they don't see the positive things. When we sit here, Honorable Speaker, and say that we have not seen anything, I pride myself in this President, Honorable Speaker, considering that it is this House that has passed the bills that are going to enable UHC, Honorable Speaker, that every Kenyan will have access to medical care, every Kenyan will not have the burden of selling their land, selling their property for them to be able to afford medical care, Honorable Speaker. It is this government, Honorable Speaker, since I came to life in terms of understanding what happens, that I have had anyone and someone saying that they are going to pay for the Eurobond debt, Honorable Speaker. It is the first time that I'm hearing it, Honorable Speaker. It is this same government, Honorable Speaker, according to the President's speech, that has hired a whopping 56,750 teachers, Honorable Speaker. Every member of this House who represents a constituency, who represents the special interest, who represents a county, Honorable Speaker, can speak and be able to be a witness to that, Honorable Speaker. This same House, Honorable Speaker, has live experiences of, Honorable Speaker. I cannot speak to the examples that the President gave, but I can speak for myself, Honorable Speaker. I started borrowing Hustler Fund when it was 500 shillings. Honorable Speaker, it's not like I needed it, but I wanted to see if it is actually working. I borrowed and repaid. I borrowed a second time and repaid. And the third time, Honorable Speaker, I have a maximum of 6,000, Honorable Speaker. So it is progressive and it is working. The President is a capable President, and he has demonstrated that, Honorable Speaker, and I think it's about time that we stop asking what this country can do for us as members and ask what value, what can we do for this country, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you. Member for Sotik, Honorable Francis Sigay. Madam Speaker, thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to also address the issues raised by the President when he addressed his House the other week. Madam Speaker, I think first of all, I would like ourselves to be thoroughly honest. Thoroughly honest, because the President here was very honest. He told us that things are not good, that the economy is difficult. And we are talking here as if the President said everything is okay. Madam Speaker, the President's speech was very comprehensive, very bold, and he addressed the issues without hiding anything. So I think, Madam Speaker, I want to address the issue which affect my constituency, Sotik. Madam Speaker, I want to say in the history of this country, the government was able to roll out the giving out of fertilizers very well. And each and every household in my constituency got the fertilizer. And Madam Speaker, the farmers in my constituency were able to produce maize. And now, we are now asking the government to look at the issue of price. Madam Speaker, the price is coming down, and we would like the government to address this. That means the President addressed the issue of the cost of living. In my place, what we call korogoro, the small container, has come down from 250 to 80 shillings. Madam Speaker, to me, that's a very big achievement. Madam Speaker, we should laud the President for this. Madam Speaker, I also want to say that I was very happy myself to hear the President addressing and supporting NCGCDF. He told us here that as the President of this country, he was supporting NGCDF. And Madam Speaker, everybody should laud this move. Madam Speaker, one of the areas which I also was very impressed is about the digital transformation. Madam Speaker, in Sotik now, in the center there in the market, the women are using Wi-Fi. I mean, what else can you tell our people there? Our people are very happy with the President. There are issues. We cannot say that everything is okay. But the President has addressed issues which matter. Madam Speaker, this President has also addressed the issue of politics being personalized. And the President has given us freedom in this country to do what we want. Another milestone, Madam Speaker, is the whole issue of Tibet, the education system. Madam Speaker, if we must allow the President, it is this area. That in our areas now where we have Tibet, our children, our young people are now enrolling in these institutions. And we are very happy, Madam Speaker, that we are soon going to have skilled labor in this country, and then we will get unemployment reduced in this country. Madam Speaker, I also want to laud the President, particularly for when he came to power, and he addressed this issue. He employed the charges, the 6 charges. And Madam President, Madam Speaker, this was a milestone. I want to thank the President. I want to ask him to continue being bold, tell the people the truth, be honest, so that we can be able to have a country which can be able to be proud. Madam Speaker, I support this speech.
Thank you. Member for Butula, Honorable Joseph, if not there. Member for Yatta, Honorable Robert Basil.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I stand to contribute on the President's speech. As I said, it was too long and boring. The reason why I say that, many members